Hello everyone, I'm Sally. Welcome to another episode, probably the last episode of this URL Shorten video series. In this video, we will be creating our analytics app and connecting it to Service Bus so it can consume all the messages and sends all the telemetry to application insights. And let's start with creating the project. And we are going to create an Azure function. But unlike the other one, so this will be let's call it short link demo analytics app or function, doesn't matter. Unlike the others, this is not going to be HTTP trigger function. This will be service bus trigger, service bus topic trigger. It's because it's gonna need to inject itself. It needs to subscribe a topic whenever we have a new message within that topic, means in that subscription, it is going to be hitting this one. I'm going to skip the rest basically, and then configure them later. It can be .NET 8 or 9. It really doesn't matter for the time being. So first thing first, let's create a constant. And within that constant, let's create the application name, which will be our subscription name, if you remember. So constant. And it can be internal const string subscription name. If you remember, short link demo.analytics.app. Let me check it for the time being. So let's go there again. Find the topic and find the subscription. So topics, subscriptions, copy that subscription name and paste it there. Yeah, I was right. Okay, this is going to be our function, and this is going to be our name, subscription name that we will need to inject ourselves and read all the messages. So for example, for the functions, then I'm gonna create functions. It's because we are gonna have more than one functions in one function app. Yes, it is hard to believe, but yes. And let's get into that so we can enable those. To be able to use this one, we need to go there and enable those NuGet packages and restore the project. It is going to add this one as an extension. Yes, now it is okay. We can use that worker as well. And within this function, let me move this function in first. Yes, file namespace. File scope namespace. So the first function, let's say code generated function, let me change the name. Code generated function, it will be its name, and we can use primary constructor here. And so this is the logger we are going to use. Okay, and we also need to use telemetry client, so we can use to send the data to. But we need to configure the service bus trigger first. So it says the topic name and then the subscription name and then the connection name. Let me use topic name here. So where it's gonna be, if you remember, well, we need to add that NuGet package. So if I go to offline packages, find my NuGet package, install, it's gonna bring the constants, if you remember. So now I can say service bus constants. Yes, service bus constants, topic, code generated, right? So then the subscription name, it is again constants of this application, subscription name. And the connection will be from actually connection constants that service bus connection name. Let me get into this to something like that. Yes. And we can read the message action, but it will be automatically consumed and done. That's why I'm going to have, instead of this one, code generated event model, we're going to have, so let's say event model. So basically, I can read the event model directly from this topic. So it is going to read the data as a JSON and deserialize it to that object, and it's going to give it to me. So what I'm gonna do, okay, I have telemetry client, right? Telemetry client. I said I want to track an event. So it says what sort of event. So give me the event name. So I will say telemetry constants. I would have an events and a code generated. If you remember, this was the code generated. So this is going to be the event. And the data that I'm going to pass to it is because I can pass additional data. Let's say I'm going to create a new dictionary with string, and I would have something like that, for instance. So the key for that one, telemetry constants again, telemetry constants, properties, code. So I'm basically standardizing this name. Code will be sent to those events as a property. So the code will be event model code. So if you remember, if we go to in that properties, we had some additional data like, I don't know, user data, link ID, IP address or something. So I may be able to add something else like user info. If we have it in here, user info. So this as well goes as an additional property to that event. Now I'm gonna get rid of this. It's because I'm not gonna complete it. It will be auto-completed, but I can use logger information. Let's say code generated event tracked for. I can use the structured code, structured parameter, and for user, and here I can say event model code, event model user. So this will be structured logs. It will be able to, we will be able to use this one as a parameter and find those data in application insight. So this is all actually. So this is all we are gonna need. The same one function for now needs to use the subscription. It's subscription to that topic that's it's connected via this connection string, reads each message and send it to telemetry client. So the telemetry client will be in our application insight. So the application insight connection string will be in connection. So this is the first function. Let me copy that function. It's because we are gonna have link created and link visited. So I'm just gonna say link created instead of code generated. So link created function, link created, yes, link created function, and let's make it link created function as well. So link created, subscription name, configuration name is the same. Event model will be link created event model. We will be listening that, and the code and user info will still be the same. This one, link created event tracked for that one. It is super simple. I'm gonna copy that one again. For the last, it is going to be link visited function this time again. So this will be link visited. All right. By the way, this will be not code generated, link created, and this will be link visited, visited. This will, again, you can use the same parameter name here, but I'm not just gonna use it. So we've link visited. Let me copy that link created and see if it is here. Yes, not here. Visited, it will be. So let's create another file for you, and this one again can go its function file. Okay, I have now 3 function, 1, 2, 3. I don't need to do anything else. It will automatically be picked up when I deploy this application. Let me deploy this application, publish Azure. So again, Windows Azure function, you know, this part actually. So now this time analytics app, okay, and publish. So let me visit that analytics app and let me visit that application again. We need to copy Cosmos as service bus connection string again. It's gonna need the connection string. If you remember, where is it? Service bus connection string. Okay, add connection string, copy that one again, connection string, save and apply. Let's apply it and restart the app, and key vault reference, if you see, seems to be okay. Publish is done. So we need to see our functions here if everything was okay. Actually, let me see. We can now go to service bus. Let's go there and check if we still have those messages. So go topics, so code generated. As you see, we don't have any messages all being picked up. Let's see the other topics. So topics, let's link created. So this got no message as well. So I assume everything is working within this one. We can now go to our application insight. Let me find it here. And we should be able to see the messages. So if we go to logs, and if, let's say, traces, so give me the traces for like 30 minutes. So if I run that query, even bigger, yes. So now we see all the logs over here. See, code generated. It's been here. So as this is the trace data, but we must have something custom events. Let's run that table. Yes. So we see code generated, link created, code generated, link created, link visited. And also we see the additional data here. For example, this was the last one we've tried. If I expand that data, I would be able to see the additional data as well. So in custom dimensions, if you see the code is here, for instance, but I believe user info was empty. Let's see, link visited. Yes, user agent, blah, 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 blah. Now let's create something else. Now I've created a postman request over here, and I am asking to shorten that URL, salikantekin.com, and with 10 character length of code. So I need to send it. Yes. So as you see, I've received this link, and if I copy that link, then if let's go here, for example, paste and go, if you see, salikantekin.com. Now, if I wait a few minutes, I will be able to see that event as well. So let me order by timestamp descending and run that one again. So it says link created. Was it the link that I received? No, this was not. So it starts YVM. I need to wait a few minutes. Eventually I will be seeing it everywhere, but let me see. Let me see it in our Cosmos DB first. If you are able to find that data, the latest generated code and link, so codes, items. Yes, this is here. And as you can see, is it here yet? Yes. So as you see, link visited as well. So code generated, that data, user info was system, and link created as well, and also link visited by Sali Kantekin, and this is the code that visited. So we now have that custom events. Also, our application generates some custom metrics that we could find, for example, success rate, fail rate, minimum duration, maximum duration, average duration, and link visited function count, how many times. So those are the metrics that our application is basically generating. So we can use those data, custom metrics, as well as the custom events, even that trace logs, to create ourselves a dashboard or sort of a workbook or some sort of alert mechanism. And within this application inside, we can see all sort of, let me basically get rid of that, all sort of application. For example, if you go to investigate tab and application map, so you would see what application is generating logs in that Azure content. So for example, it says short link demo, you have got Cosmos DB over here, HTTP local, and Azure Service Bus, and it calls an analytics service and it does something, and you have got another ones as well. So if you have some sort of application inside instance, you would have basically everything. You can track everything. So this is going to be the last video of this video series. If you really like the content and if you want to see more, please let me know in comment section below and hit the like button, and please share that video with your friends so they can also be experiencing those sort of applications and deployments and all the other patterns. And until the next video, happy coding.